We have an update to a story that came out around December of 2018. Now, we'll post a link to the original story that we reported in that pinned comment. So in the original story, there was a wrestler and they brought him to the side and told him he either had to cut his hair or forfeit the match. So a lot of people got very upset to see this white woman cutting this kid's hair off his head. And we know, the racial implications of that. So what ended up happening after that is that the particular referee that caused all that mess, he was suspended for 2 years. So his name was Maloney. Now he is barred from overseeing any preseason, regular season, postseason, or state tournament matches for the 2019-2020 and the 2020-2021 seasons per a decision reached by the Division of Civil Rights and New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. Why are you suspending him? You should have fired him. But continuing. So in addition to the suspension, the ruling mandates that all officials and staff involved in high school athletics across the state undergo implicit bias training, as well as training on hair-based discrimination. They're talking about the embattled ref in particular must complete the anti-bias training before he's considered for reinstatement. Now, they stated that student athletes should compete with each other on a level playing field, according to the Attorney General of the state in a statement last week. They also said racial discrimination in the enforcement of the rules of any sport is inconsistent with the spirit of fair play. They say the Division of Civil Rights actions today make it less likely that any student athlete will endure discrimination that not only undermines fair competition, but also violates state law. Now, they say a civil rights investigation was launched last year after the match involving the varsity wrestler Andrew Johnson. He was a junior at Buena Regional High School at that time. Now, Maloney, who's white, ruled that Johnson's dreads and headgear weren't in compliance with the rules. He wished to compete. He had to cut his hair. So we remember, the big outrage with that. So really, at the end of the day, nothing really happened to this guy other than he was suspended for 2 years. He got to go through this implicit bias training. Listen, anytime I hear that implicit bias training, and they can come back to work, that don't work. I don't know why y'all even waste y'all time with that. If someone has any kind of racism within themselves, then it's something that's there. The school didn't put it there. The jobs didn't put it there. The businesses didn't put it there. It was already there with them, period. But this situation we saw, that was very upsetting, and is always something with a black person's hair. Always something. They either want to touch your hair, they want to cut your hair, they want to do something with your hair. For me personally, I get tired of the obsession with black people. I get tired of the obsession with black people's hair also, because you don't see them trying to mess with no one else's hair but black people. Now, I know, of course, our hair is definitely more unique than others, but still, it's always an issue. Just like they're having laws now put on the books where you can't discriminate against black people for their hair. So this hair situation has been linked all the way back to slavery. It's nothing new. Nothing changes in the system of racism, white supremacy. What they done in 1619, they'll do in 2019. These people do not change at all. I wish there was a change, but it's like one of those things that say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? And that's just been the thing that a lot of the white supremacists have about black people hair. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the situation, with this particular child. I hope that he learned from this situation himself to not allow someone to cut his hair. It's better to walk away and forfeit a match than allow that, because I would have been pissed off at the referee, of course, but I would probably be more pissed off at my son to say, man, you forget a match. That match is not that important. Your pride and your self-respect is more important than anything these people could want to disqualify you for. And that's something that we got to teach our children, is to have their dignity and self-respect. But you know how I feel about it. I feel that we need to create our own schools and do our own thing. But, I preach that every day.